Court is in session. We're talking about the NFL draft. It's the Lions' favorite time of year because they're hoping to find their next big superstar, or in most Lions fans' case, their next failure. But, nobody's bitter or anything like that. So this week we're arguing what position should they address with their second overall pick. I'm going to go off the beaten path here. I got a feeling what Mike's going to suggest. I'm going to go in a completely different direction. I think they should address the secondary. Now, I hear a lot of you. You shouldn't draft a secondary player that high. Normally, you'd be right. But if you get the chance to take the best safety available, a player who can be moved around your defense and be kind of a positionless option for you, I think Kyle Hamilton's a smart way to go. I know a lot of people are going to like it. Going safety at number 2 makes a lot of sense.
You know what? I'm actually okay with that because I thought you were going to be one of those guys that say they desperately need a quarterback, but I think you and I both agree that the quarterback class this year, not very good. I do agree we're looking at defense. I think it should be the defensive end. No position in the NFL draft this year is as strong as the defensive end. You're talking about a team that finished 29th, giving up in points last year, 31st in yards allowed. We've seen what a defensive end could do to a team overall in the past. You got to go that way.
Certainly agree, Mike, that they got to go defense, and the pass rush helps the secondary. Often the secondary can help your pass rush as well. Would you still want to go defensive end if the best defensive end in the draft goes first overall to Jacksonville?
A lot of people are saying the top 2 in this year's draft. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Now, let me ask you a question. How cool would it be to get a Michigan guy in the house, number 2 pick?
I think what's weird is that usually people like things like this to sell tickets. Lions fans are going to go regardless. They'll show up for a while. But getting Aiden Hutchinson, who's from suburban Detroit, didn't really grow up a Lions fan, but definitely understands the history of the franchise. He's one of the best players in college football. I think that speaks for itself. That'd be a dynamite decision. While Aiden Hutchinson is great, Mike already alluded to the fact that there's not a lot of drop-off between the top 3 defensive ends in the draft. They're all similar players. Kyle Hamilton's a one of one. He's a guy that you can move around and match up against these unguardable tight ends that the NFL has now. So if you're looking at the future of the offense in the NFL, which is these versatile players, you want to get one of those guys on defense. That's why I like Kyle Hamilton.
You know what? We're talking about a team that had 3 wins last year. They need so many things, so I don't think in this situation you can go wrong with a safety, you can go wrong with a defensive end. I just think that if Aiden Hutchinson's available, you got to take him. I saw this guy up close many times last year. This guy is a monster. He is legit. He can wreak havoc for offenses. That's why I'm going with him. Defensive end, the way to go for Detroit.
What's your verdict? Who do you think made the better argument?
Go to Facebook and text Court to 616-559-1310 and comment or tell us the topic to cover. And next week, we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week, we discussed if Juwan Howard was a good fit for the LA Lakers, and Michael pointed to the elephant in the room. They already have a coach, LeBron. Why would anyone take that job?
That's a great point right there. Hey, Herb gave a reason Juwan might want to stay. Actually, 2, because his sons are going to be playing for Michigan, and he wants to coach them.
That's a great point, Herb. Keep those opinions coming, everyone. Until next week, Sports Court is adjourned.